Hi folks, Lou here, and I haven't recorded anything in more than 3 weeks, so I hope I'm not too rusty. The subject here is ratings when a game or a movie or anything else is rated. And the question is posed as, did it meet your expectations? This is really, really stupid. If you ever make a rating, please don't use that term, meeting expectations, because it's not the job of any work to meet somebody's expectations. It's a job to do what the work says it's going to do. Let me give you an example. Somebody rated a Dresden Files graphic novel as a 1, which is the worst rating, because it's a comic book, and they thought it would be a novel, even though it was clearly stated that it was a graphic novel. So it didn't meet that person's expectations, but it didn't deserve a 1. In fact, that person deserved a dunce hat. But that's what happens when things are done in terms of meeting expectations. And of course, we live in a period of time when it's all about me. And so people only think in terms of what they want. And if they're not satisfied, there's something wrong. It's kind of like my niece when she was little saying, "That's not fair." She didn't mean that. She meant, "That's not giving me what I want." Another example. Someone gave a 700 plus page story anthology a 1 because they're only interested in George R. Martin, and his story in the anthology was dull, quote unquote. It didn't matter what the rest of the anthology was. Clearly, the anthology wasn't about George R. Martin's story. It was about a lot of stories. But this person didn't see it that way. In my own experience, where I have online classes, I have a class that's explicitly a beginner's class. And yet people complained and downrated it because there wasn't enough advanced material. It was too simple for them. Well, that class was not appropriate for them. So why didn't they recognize that? I don't know. Again, it's this all about me business that's a big problem. So I'd just about say, if I was devising a rating system, don't give this in terms of whether it meets your expectations. Give this in terms of whether it does what it said it was wanted to do. Because your expectations are often skewed far from the purpose of the work. And of course, we get that in games generally, where people rate a game and they don't like it. Well, they clearly don't like it because it was never going to be appropriate for them. But they didn't figure that out before they played it. Well, that's their fault, isn't it? And yet, the game designer gets the ding. Thanks for listening.